Hello, my human beings. Welcome back to my channel. My name is SALESTIPS and here we talk then selling is life. Thank you very much for being here again, and if you are new here, before anything, please go subscribe and click the notifications to be notified that I will be here. Hopefully once a week, at least. So, further ado, here, Selling is Life, we talk about the wine, the hospitality, the luxury brands. But in what aspect? We talk about how we can sell our wines, our hospitality. And when I say hospitality, I include restaurants, bar, hotels, spa, etc. Luxury brands, of course, fashion, skincare, and etc, etc. So it's like a big context. But wait right there. Even all the theories that we're gonna learn here, that I'm gonna try to share with you, you can apply to your own industry. So, further ado, let's get to the subject. So, today, we're gonna be talking about the non-negotiables when you start a business from zero. For just to give you a little bit background, who I am, I just did 2 videos the previous week, so here there is one video that you can go there and see and understand why I'm calling you human beings. I'm a human being, by the way, too, but why I'm calling you that. And there is a big meaning of it, and there is a big reason for me how we start a business. Because for me, the most important thing is to realize that you there and me here, we are exactly the same. Okay? So the only thing that separates us is determination. So I don't know, maybe you have more determination than me, maybe I need to learn from you, but either way, we are human beings. So go to that video and check it out and learn a little bit more the deep side, the deep side of me, why I'm called a human being. Also, in the second video, I let you know why selling is life. So just to give you a little resume about it, is because I realized that selling is part of our life, our daily life. And when you go there, check the video so that you can really understand some of the terminology or the words or the phrase that I mentioned here. So get to the business today. So how we start to the business from zero or from scratch? Many people say, oh, well, you never really start from scratch because you bring the experience from the past. Well, stop there. Because yes, that's true. You bring experience from the past and then you learn lessons and then you have many things that you can apply into your new business. However, for example, in the case of the immigrants, I'm immigrant, so if you are new here, has been living in 5 continents, and I mention continents because in science, one continent has been living in many places, in many countries. So that's why I say continents and not to describe all the countries. So right now, I'm based in Paris. I've been here for 3 years, and somehow, even when I had my backpack with maybe, I would say, between, if I wanted to count it from the first job, I will say I have 20 years of experience, or maybe 26 years of experience, because I work since 15 years old. So the backpack is heavy, put it that way. However, I hardly believe that each country that you arrive, especially if you're immigrant, and if you don't know the language or the culture, because that's very important, and somehow you start from zero. From zero with your experience, but your experience might not be related into the place that you're moving into. Because I cannot pretend with my American mindset come into Europe or come to France and believe that the things are gonna be working here exactly the same. No. So yes, I have experience, I have idea how the things might work, because that's where I learned, that's where my backpack has it. However, I need to stop there and realize, okay, wait a minute, I'm in a new place, new country, new language, new culture, new people, new era, new everything. So even then, just to give you a little bit of background, I speak French even before I arrived. I didn't speak as well. I don't speak very well now either, but I didn't speak as well bad than I speak now, but I speak French. I knew more or less the culture. However, it's still new. It's still new. Because even when you know the language, there are a few things that they're different when you learn a language from outside and when you are in. So you need to realize that when you arrive to a new place, monkey see, monkey do, guys. Monkey see, monkey do. Why? Because we need to kind of adapt how the people do the things in here in order to bring that new ideas, then you bring it in your backpack, then we align with them, then it will work with them, then we'll be resonating with them. That makes sense? I hope so. So next time that you move to another country, or if you are new in a country, guys, there you go, a little bit down. There you go, in the pocket. There you go, in that backpack, very sealed. Because when you're in a new country, no matter if you speak the language or not, you are starting from zero. Because starting from zero doesn't mean that you don't know. Starting from zero is starting a new notebook. Have you have a notebook every year, like I'm gonna write my wishes, I'm gonna write my plans, la 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 la. So, well, starting a new country, starting a new notebook. And that is a completely blank pages. So there you go, in the backpack. The second one, I have my computer here because I don't want to forget anyone and I don't want to talk all over the places. Guys, please, this is something that I beg you before then you have that brilliant and wonderful and then you want to show your idea to the entire planet. You stop, you step back, and you write down any strategy. Without any strategy, you don't go nowhere. You go to nowhere. Why? Because the strategy is gonna give you a real perspective, the real scenario where you're going. Where are you gonna do? Then you're gonna study a little bit the area. You're gonna study a little bit how the things work, if your idea is really suitable for the area. So you need a strategy. Just to give you, and this is a moment of a story time. In 2000, what it was? 2015 or 2016, I don't remember right. I used to live in Houston, United States, and I opened a small tiny restaurant in Katy, Texas, Houston, Texas. So Katy, at the moment, it was a little bit smaller what it is now. Katy is a little bit suburb outside Houston. It's still kind of inside of the big Houston, but it's not Houston. So many foreigners live in that area, many people who work in the oil live in that area and all of that. So since then, you know, has been always kind of hold on, let me close the door of the kitchen. Okay, we'll be back. So I studied in the school, then it was a European school, then I moved to England. So I always have that, you know, European flair on me. And so when I moved to the United States, and then I tried to open I opened this restaurant, I wanted to bring the, you know, the flair of Europe in Texas. Yes, in Texas. I don't know if you know what I mean. I don't know if you can read my face. But what I was thinking, yes, it was a very nice concept. It was kind of like a tapas with wines, pairing, a gourmet arepas a little bit more, you know, in a gourmet style. So the concept was great, the idea was wonderful, but maybe my strategy wasn't that good. Why? Because I thought that I knew the idea and I was okay to have that idea, and because the idea sounds good, the point of view, the strategy in my head, it was perfect. I mean, I'm bringing a new concept. When you bring a new concept to a new place, you need to have a big pockets, because then you have to put a lot in marketing, which was in my case. So when you don't have big pockets to put it into marketing, you need to adapt more into the area. More. You need to really mimic more. And in somehow you need to be a little bit a plus one with a little bit plus something. So I could have kept my idea, but probably a little bit, bring a little bit more the Tex flair, the Tex-Mex flair, probably have a little bit more like a, maybe have a burger, or maybe have like a nachos, try to adapt a little bit more to the demographic than it was in that place. Because in reality, I was doing the restaurant for my taste, for what I like, for a place where I would like to go. And it's great. I had a very nice clientele. However, a clientele then it was very, very specific. And if it's something in restaurant works very well, it's not about that they visit you once. It's about the regulars. And then one is customer is a regular when they go at least 2-3 times per week. That is what really pay kind of like the bills. And then the other one-time visitor guest are the one who do give you the profit. So in that case, I have a good clientele than it was regular, but it wasn't big enough. I have a group. I can't even count it with my 2 hands how many people I can say that they were regulars, to the point that they are my friends on Facebook still until these days. So that said, then it wasn't enough. I didn't have enough strategy to bring my wonderful idea to the others, to people that they don't have idea of my European flair, who people didn't know me. So, and it wasn't about ego, it was more about passion and about, oh yes, I want people to see, to feel, to understand the passion of pairing food, wine with food, all of that. That sounds great, guys, that sounds great, but that doesn't pay the bills. And I understood and I learned in hard way. In hard way. I don't regret, because I learned, I had fun, my kids enjoyed it, my husband enjoyed it. It was a good time. I have good friends that I still can call you my friend from those days. So, but still, what a big price for it. I should have really have a strategy that align more into the demography. Maybe bring a little bit more the local flair, and I'm pretty sure that I will have been more successful. So that said, based on my storytelling and based on my experience, I'm telling you, don't forget to have a proper strategy, not from your passion, from the local market that you try to build something. So the third, sorry, I have to put my glasses every time that I'm gonna read it. It's embarrassing. But well, third, oh my goodness, this is the one that I love the most. Because this is where I believe that we need to understand that we are human beings. And because we are human beings, and the human being species is amazing, but even that is amazing, we have so many bullshit that we come with that we need to learn to cope with it in order to be successful in life, in relationships, in work, in businesses, everything. And that is what I call the humble, the humility, the put your ego in the backpack. You remember when I told you put the ego in the backpack? Guys, that ego have to be in the backpack always. The ego, if you can throw away the freaking ego, throw it away. Really. Because when you're in a new place, you are starting from a scratch, or you're starting from zero, or you bring new ideas, etc., etc., etc. You are new. You don't really are expert because if you're just starting, even then you know the theory, you don't know the practice. So you're still new. Do you understand? Do you know what I mean? So you can be having a PhD in the university and have all the theories possible, but when you don't touch the soil, you're still new. That said, then you need to be humble. You have to have that ego, where it doesn't have light. And understand that you cannot charge what others charge. Because people that are able to charge what you would like to charge today, they already walk the path that you have it. And it doesn't mean that your job is not valued. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that volume is more valuable in some point than the price. That calls offer and demand. So when you're in a new market, even then you have the experience that, wow, you need to kind of be humble and charge less to have volume. The biggest, richest people in the world, the biggest, and the biggest companies in the world, like for example, Amazon, Bezos, he started with the volume versus than the price. Because obviously the volume, it will give you the kind of like first, it will give you the cash flow. Secondly, it will give you the consistent, then people will be talking about you. They will know more about you. And it's better to have the volume in sort of level to when you get into a level that everybody knows you, everybody wants you, everybody wants, oh, I want to work with this person. I want to work with this person. In that moment, you say, okay, I can charge this more. But volume, guys, volume matter than anything else. So just to give you an example, that's why in Instagram, you see a lot like, oh, get this free guide, or sign for my master, my master class free. All of that is bring volume. It bring people to get to know you. So, and that volume is also gonna bring you connections. Because, believe it or not, guys, believe it or not, my human beings, connections matter more than anything else. You can have the PhD that you can have. You can be the best person doing sort of the whatever job that you do it. You can have the best product, the best service, the best everything, but if you don't know people, you don't know no one. So don't misregard connections. Sign up for groups. Do things that bring you people to get to talk about your business. Do courtesy things. Do I give you two, I work for something, I give you three, I give you two for free. Do those kind of combo things in the way of your service. Doesn't matter what you do. Just give you an example. I came to this country. I'm already a sommelier. I've been working as a sommelier for really like 20 years or something like that. I work in several countries. I know many people in the industry. I do speak the language and all that, but nobody knows me here. So I cannot pretend to arrive and say, oh yes, I will charge for a tasting 200 euros. Who are you? Who are you? No one. So, sorry, I have something in my eyes, but well, so you are my friends. I'm human beings, so it's okay. So then it's like I wouldn't have no one sign for 200 euros class, So what I did instead, I bring a class for free. And really, when every time that I do classes for free, people keep asking, is it free? Real? Is it free? yes, free to my tasting room, they feel like well, the class was for free, but it was so good that let me buy a bottle of wine. Let me buy this. Let me sign up for the next class. Let me do that. So let me sign up for her newsletter. So in that moment, I will stop right there and tell you, go in the description and you can sign up for my newsletter, by the way. Because I say and I remember, so go there and you will see many links that have discounts for different things. I have discount for outfits, I have discount for subscriptions, but the most important, I have my newsletter that is absolutely free. I do newsletter every Wednesday. You will receive a long version on Wednesday and a short version on Fridays. But also, if you want to sign up for the paid subscription, you will have a one-to-one with me. And then I can help you to have that strategy that you need in order to have, to set up your business. So let's get back to where I was talking. And thank you for subscribing in my channel, in my newsletter, and also in all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything is SALESTIPS. Okay, let's come back to the subject. You see, I'm all over the place. Freaking ADHD. But well, so I was saying that try to have less prices or even for free to have volume, to get to know people, to get to show to people your work. And it's good. Sometimes people say, no, but don't work for free. You're not really working for free. Because when someone say, for example, wow, you can do that, but I will introduce you in a platform that have more than 10,000 women, then so you can get a business from that. That's not free, guys. That's not really free. When you do that, I mean, do you have a database of 10,000 people? No. So when you're working for someone, then you exchange things and they exchange contacts are not free. Contacts sometimes cost more money than anything else. Networking costs money. So don't misregard or don't be kind of like oh well, yes, I'm doing this for free. It's not really free. But well, so just to conclude this point, be humble, put the ego in the back, very still, tie it very tight, don't let it get out. Remember, volume versus price for the beginner. Volume versus price. You want volume. Okay? After you have volume, that top price, it will come easier. But you need volume because the volume will give you two things: cash flow and get to know people. And people, it will bring you to that top level of price. And the fourth and the last is, understand that when you are in the new place, when you are immigrant in new place, it's true. You are, you can adapt. You need to learn to understand what they do, how they do. But you also can bring your culture into that. Not in a bad way, but the idea of the globalization, and that's where I talk here, selling is life a lot, is the fact that you not necessarily need to be mimic 100% how they do, but maybe slowly and smoothly you can bring part of your culture, because that it will bring people that will align for you. For example, I give you an example because that align a little bit easier and smoother. When in my business, I work for wines from all around the world. I opened a wine shop here in Paris with wine from all around the world. It's true. People were like, what? You are crazy. How are you going to open a wine shop for wine from all around the world? But guess what? I was foreigner. Oh, I'm foreigner. So people appreciating more the fact that as a foreigner, I bring wine from all around the world than as a foreigner bring only French wines. Because in that moment, it was being like, you selling me French wine, So very smoothly, I bring part of my culture, I bring part of my global point of view, bringing wine from all around the world, but also feeding them with their wines, with their quality, with their things. So with that said, I could be both. I could be myself, because of course you wanted to be yourself. At the same time, I was serving a country that is a wine country. So it's hard to selling wines to a wine country. It's hard to selling wines to a wine producer country, because it's like everybody thinks that their potatoes are the best. So imagine trying to selling Argentina wines to a French guy, a French woman, or a French customer in general. It's hard. So that's why is where your culture bring in. Is about to how you presented part of your culture, knowing the history where you come from, but also the history where you at. And that it will bring that to work together, and it will be the best. It will be the best. You will be happy because you won't break who you really are, but you will learn a new cultures, and other people will learn also yours. And now we are in the era that we need to understand that, countries. Yes, it's true. We still have countries, we still have limits, we still have borders, we still have immigration. But in the end of the day, we are global. With the internet, with the social media, with all of that, now we know more of each other than any times before. So we need to take that as our advantage, and bring it into the new place in the best way. So with that said, I always have a glass of wine with me because I want to santé, cheers for the life, even when it's messy.